I know I'm slacking today, but I had my granddaughter Addie. I went and picked her up, and then I got my throw blankets that I ordered from the Bangor school system for cheer from Danny, and then Addie, I was getting ready to take her back to her dad's, waiting for him to call to say he was home from work, and then Danny sends me a message, and she's like, Nana, can you come pick me up from my dad's, take me to my mom's so I can get my bathing suit, and then take me to my friend's house? And it's like, sure, I guess. And the bad thing is I had to go pick her up from her dad's, which is on the other side of the bridge, and I've got the Mini, which I don't have the transponder, so I had to go over the Vets Bridge. I get her picked up, then Jake calls to say, I'm home, you can bring me Addie. So then I drove her and dropped her off at her dad's. Then I drove back to, still on that side of the bridge, I went to Natalie's, which is Danny's mom, so she could go in to get her bathing suit and goggles. And then I'm like, well, she comes out and I'm like, well, where's the friend that you are going to be wanting, me to take you to? And she's like, oh, she's back on the other side of the bridge. I'm like, what? She goes, remember where we used to live? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, that's where we got to go. I'm like, oh, great. So it's like, okay, let's do this. So then I waited for her to get her bathing suit. She got her goggles, and she came out, and then Jeff calls me. He's like, where are you at? I'm like, well, I'm at the base of the Independence Bridge, but I can't go over it because you didn't get me the transponder yet. And he's like, oh, I promise I'll do it tomorrow. And I looked at Danny and nodded, because he's been saying that to me for like the last 5 days in a row. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, and never got around to it. But anyways, he was getting ready to leave to go to golf, and it's a scorcher out there today, but he's like, are you going to be coming home? I said, yes, as soon as I come over the bridge, I'm dropping Dan off, and I'll be home. Well, my bike's getting delivered today. I'm like, okay, well, what if they don't leave it? Why wouldn't they leave it? They don't know it's a bike. It's going to be in a box because you got to put it together. I mean, they're going to just make a delivery. I says, he says, well, I didn't lock the dogs up. I says, that's fine. I'm on my way home. It's not like they're going to be left very long anyhow. Today has just been a busy, busy day, which is good because I put 3 pork chops, nice size pork chops, in the slow cooker with some barbecue sauce. And I don't know what I want to make with that. I know they're done. They're probably ready to fall off the bone because they're the bone kind. So I was wanting to make something with stuffing. I don't know why. Stuffing. Doesn't stuffing sound good? Like maybe get a box of like stovetop or something and make it and put it make it in the microwave, make the stovetop stuffing in the microwave, and then put it on top of the pork chops, and then maybe get some mashed potatoes. Doesn't that sound good? Sounds filling. Ooh, and it's hot. I didn't turn the air on because I told Jeff it's 90 today, but it's only going to be 80 tomorrow. Yes, 80 is still considered warm, but I'd rather not turn the air on because next week we're going to have 3 days of the 90s, and then I'll have the air on. But today I can deal with the heat. I don't know how. I don't know why I would say that. Why am I punishing myself? But anyways, I'm going to be figuring something out to eat. I still want to put the Chex Mix together. Jeff's gone, so that'll be one plus. I don't have to deal with him. He's like, I picked Addie up this morning, and I got home, and we seen this video. My friend Ariane Roberts, shout out to Ari. She did a video with her daughters where she went to a Dollar Tree and found those, they're called dumplings. They're in a little like basket container, and they're little squeezy, squishable type little thingies. They're called dumplings, and they were cheap. And Addie seen the video when I was watching the video, because I always watch Ariane's videos, and I was watching it, and she was showing the dumplings. She's like, I got 2, and then the girls in the back, and they each got 1 or 2, and Addie's seen it. She goes, where'd she say that was at? And I said, she said it was at the Dollar Tree. Do we have a Dollar Tree around here? I said, yeah, we got one right next to Walmart. Can we go and see if they got them? Because I really, that we're collecting them and all this and that. And I'm like, all right, we can go. And this is early now, because mind you, I picked her up at 7:30. I came back, I got the dogs taken care of, and then my brother and sister-in-law got up, and they were getting ready to head out. So Jeff got up, but then after they left, Jeff was getting something to eat. I think he was eating some of that mixture I made that he puts in a tortilla, and he was eating that. And I said to him, it was early, it was like 9:15. I said, me and Addie's going to run to the Dollar Tree and try to find these dumpling things for her. And he says, well, what if they don't got it? I says, well, we're right next to Walmart, we'll stop in there. I forgot to get the pill pockets for my dogs. Pill pockets are something that you can slip a pill in and they don't know it. They think they're getting a treat because it's chicken flavored, but it actually has their medication in it. So I said I forgot to get some of that, and he's like, okay, well, whatever. And he says, I've got a lot of stuff to do today, so when you get back, I'm gonna run and get the blades for the lawnmower, because he's got the lawnmower all tore to hell sitting in the barn. So I'm gonna go get the blades for the lawnmower so I can get that put back together. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then he says, oh, and I know you want me to go get the transponder for the Mini. I said, yeah. So he's like making it sound like he was going to get up and get ready, and when I got back, he was going to leave. So me and Addie leave. We're gone an hour. We went to the Dollar Tree. We went to Walmart. We picked up a few things. We went back, got in the car, drove back home, opened the door, walk in, and here he is, still in his pajamas, which is a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, laying on the couch, sound asleep. So I says to him, hey, wake up. He looks at me and he's like, what? I said, I thought you were going to go get the blades for the lawnmower so you can put it back together. Oh, it's too hot to get that. I'm like, uh-huh. Maybe it has nothing to do with how much you had celebrated when your brother was here last night? Oh, no, it has nothing to do with that. Oh, really? Because I went to bed before he did. I'm like, oh, yep, okay. So I says, whatever. Me and Addie went in the other room, and I had to play my Monopoly Go, because I usually play it at 9 o'clock, but then it was already 10:30. So I'm in there, and I'm playing Monopoly Go, and I'm not paying too much attention or anything. And I happen to, after a while, look up at the clock, and it's 11 o'clock. And I'm like, well, what the hell? So I gets up and looks there. He's still sleeping. He's sound asleep. I'm like, that's just great. So I goes back in the other room. Well, we had Terminex come, and they sprayed around the house for like spiders and stuff. And the very next day, we had spider webs all over everything. I'm like, well, that shit didn't work. Well, come to find out, I found out today what it is the spiders have to actually walk through it. It doesn't seek them out and kill them. It lets them walk through it, and then it kills the colony, or it kills the nest, or it kills however it works. So it's not going to happen within the first couple of days. But I had said something about, because I was told I was going to have mosquito control. They were going to do a mosquito treatment, and that they were going to do a granular, which is the little stuff that you put in the grass, for ants, because I wanted to get rid of the ants too. Well, they didn't do that. And his name was Juan, and it's not his fault. He can only do what was, scheduled for his treatment when he came. So they had called me and said, yep, we're sending them back. We're doing this, we're doing that. The people who you talked to get this contract all set up, we're offering you stuff they had no business offering at such a cheap price. So it's going to really cost this amount. I said, then I don't want it. If you're telling me it's going to cost $40 to treat all my property for a fogger for mosquitoes, but now you're telling me that that's not really the price, that it's really $99, then I don't want it done. I'm not paying $99 for mosquitoes control when I have mosquito control that comes through once in a while. All I gotta do is call the mosquito control and say, hey, I can't even sit on my porch without the damn mosquitoes picking me up to carry me away. Send somebody out, and within a day or so, they send somebody out. So That's how I'm going to do it. And then he said, no, well, we're going to give it to you for the price that they promised you, even though they had no business promising you that price, and it's just the normal. And he says, well, one should be almost there. And I'm like, today, like right now? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I get done talking to him, and I goes in the front room, and I says, Jeff. And he turns around, looks at me, I says, you might want to get up. He goes, why? I says, Juan's coming. He goes, Juan? I says, yeah, remember the one that did the spraying or for the spiders and stuff? He goes, yeah. I says, he's coming. Oh, okay. He says, I'll turn around, I'll get up. He gets up and he goes in the bedroom and he gets different clothes on, and he's like, okay, everything's okay. I'm awake. And I says, did you get that buzz last night? He goes, no. Then he goes, we started out drinking beer. And I said, yeah, we all did. And then we went to H2O and got dinner and had a couple more beers. He says, and then we came home. He says, and then we opened a bottle of wine. And I went, huh? He goes, we opened a bottle of wine. Now he knows I don't drink wine. I used to drink like a sweet or white Zinfandel. I'll drink that, but it's got to be cold. I can't do warm wine. But they had a bottle of Cabernet, and it was warm, and it was on my wine rack. And they had gotten it out, and they couldn't figure out how to open it, and they didn't want to wake me up to ask me for the corkscrew. So I don't know how the hell they did it. They destroyed the cork trying to get it out. So they couldn't let the bottle sit because they destroyed the cork. So then they figured they better just drink the whole bottle. So Jeff and his brother decided that they were going to drink the whole bottle of wine last night. And then that's why he pretty much slept all morning long. And he only got up, hold on. That's enough. Oh, it smells so good in here. So that's why he turned around, and it was warm in here, that's for sure. That's why he didn't want to do nothing all morning, is because he drank that wine. Him and Randy, they drank I don't know how many beers, and then they switched over and drank wine, which hey, I'm getting yelled at by the dogs. We had to open up the door. It's too hot in here. Yeah, Jeff, let's see, make sure his bike's not here. Nope. So that was my morning with him. I don't think he's going to drink too much today. I think he did drink too much yesterday. Open that door. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and, first thing I'm going to do is shut this TV off, because I do not need to hear all the depressing stuff that is going on that just drives me insane. And then I got to figure out what I want to do with these pork chops. I mean, I could just rip them up and eat it. It smells so good in here right now. Let me see. Yeah, those look good. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, figure out what I'm going to do, clean up the kitchen a little bit, because it looks like Jeff made quite the mess. Hopefully he ate something before he left. And then I will come back. This is what I was talking about. These are these blankets. I got this one, and then it says here that if you make a video explaining, it says, we are looking for the best action shots with videos of our blankets in use. Each month we spotlight the coolest content on our social channels and website. Post your content and tag us. We would love to see, and you might be able to win, and we'll send you a free blanket. Kids using their blanket, cozy game day moments, creative and funny clips. So I made a video and I submitted it. And I even, in the way I did it, set it so that, I'm going to tag them on this one too. I did it in a way saying that if they gave me the free blanket, that I would make it into a contest with my grandkids, because all my grandkids, practically, almost all of them, go to Bangor schools. And I'm going to turn this. This is my bench blanket or thing that we have at the bottom of our bed. And right there, here's one of the blankets. And there's the other one. but I've got them in here because we'll be using them for like Bryson's games. I got that so full it's not closing. I'm going to have to find a different spot for that. But those are what we use for, and I have a hoodie long for that has number 2 and Maher on the back of it because that's Bryson's number. And then I got t-shirts. Aubrey, she's in Palms, and I've gotten t-shirts when they had them for sale. And then I got a t-shirt, football t-shirt that has Bryson Maher on the back with number 2. And that was for Bryson. I asked Danny, she's in cheer, and I asked if they're going to have t-shirts, and she said, yeah, so that means we're going to have to buy t-shirts when their cheer squad starts selling them. But yeah, my grandkids are all into, Addie told me she was going to try to get into swim. So she gets on the swim team, heck yeah, I'm going to be buying whatever I have to support her too. That's why I think I should be given a free blanket so that I can put it up for, and I'm going to make each one of the grandkids who wants a shot at winning the blanket, I want them to say why they want the blanket, how they're supporting their school, how they're selling things. I mean, Bryson, he has that thing where you buy these numbers, they have like 1 through 20, and you spend $10 on a number and you pick what number you want, like number 7 and number 14. And then at the end, after all the numbers are used up, you put them all into a hat, and then you draw one, and whoever's on that, let's say you draw number 4, whoever's name is on number 4 wins the pot. That's how they make money. So I don't know how they make money off that if they win the whole pot or half of it. Maybe you win $100 and then whatever's left goes towards the school, however they do it. But I'm going to put, it's hashtag Team Thrall, because they're throw blankets. And I'm going to tag them in this video, and I want them to consider me to be a winner of a free blanket so that I can do a video also and tag them where I talk to all my grandkids and ask them why they think they should let me pick their name to win the free blanket. Like I said, if I could, I would. They're $35 a piece. If they weren't that expensive, I swear I would get one for every one of my grandkids. But I can't afford $35 for 10 kids. I can't. For a throw blanket, I can't do that. But I can do what I can to try to gain money for them and advertise for them. So, Team Thrall, right here's the one you need to give the free blanket to so that I can make another video to show you how we're going to get it out there. Everybody have a good day. I will be back. I've just got to get some stuff done. I just got home. I think I might close all the windows and turn the air on because it is getting pretty warm. But it's going to be cool tomorrow. So if I can just get through this, I can get through this. I can do it. All right. I shall return. Bye for now.